Doyle. Welcome to Spirit Talk Show, bedtime stories for grown-ups. We are doing these AI-generated stories, but the last few weeks I hope you've been tuning in for our exciting radio play with E.S. Oliver and Chris Turek, the Invention of Liberation. Look at me, I had to look at the screen to remember the name. Yes, I'm sorry, Emrie. I promise I'll remember. But how are you guys? How you guys been doing?
We're good. I am, at
Yeah,
least.
great. I didn't want to step on you, Emrie.
You can step as
Well,
much as you like, friend.
okay, you go first, Chris. What's going on with you?
Oh man, I'm good. I'm just living my life. I didn't fall victim to any April Fool's jokes yesterday, and
Okay.
I'm better off for it.
Yeah, I did see a thing on the BBC with flying penguins, and it looked really realistic, and it was that was the BBC's April Fool's joke, flying penguins.
That's a pretty
So
good one.
yeah, Emery, how's you? How is you? Wow, English
I
people.
is
Yeah,
good. I is real good,
yeah.
actually. I'm great. Minus my dog fracturing my big toe, but that's what
Oh,
I
okay.
get for having a pack of wild animals living in my house.
So, although I thought last week did not sound well, I know you were a little anxious about. You thought the sound quality. So, what happened last week? What happened? Like, what do you think happened?
Okay. So, ladies and gents, I am also doing the sound effects and on another
Yeah.
computer, and I apparently suck at technology and ended up recording myself on both my laptop microphone and on my good microphone, and so that's why I sound like I'm trapped in a well.
Well, I mean, I didn't think your sound wasn't bad. What do you think?
No, the sound is paramount. Definitely, it's
Yeah.
the tops.
Yeah, definitely the
So,
best. Nobody noticed. Absolutely nobody.
yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, maybe she doesn't want me to release this because you were not happy about with the sound. I thought it sounded great. You know,
Ugh.
we asked everybody how they were, but there's one person we forgot to ask: the talented, amazing Howie. How are you, Howie?
I'm doing great. Thank
Howie!
you. Hi.
Howie. Everybody does that, Emry. Everybody who knows him goes, Howie. So what have you been doing? You're
I'm performing anywhere I can, and I just booked a trip to New York.
oh yeah, he
Ooh,
just booked a trip to
fun.
I'm
New
really
York
excited about that.
with his best friend. He's
Yeah.
going to New York in April. Yeah,
That's
probably.
awesome.
Yeah.
I figured it out. I know where that comes from. It finally just
Okay.
clicked. It's
The
from The Big Bang
Howie.
Theory.
Was there a character named?
Oh yeah, there was a character named Howard. Yeah,
Was there?
Yes,
and the mother.
it's
That's how
Howard.
the mother.
And
The
everybody said
mother
Howie.
and the fiance slash wife,
Yeah.
Bernadette. She's the one who always goes,
Bernadette.
Howie.
Well, I didn't think the sound last week was good, but let's try it again with your microphone plugged in correctly. So,
I
are you
hope
guys
it is.
ready to try record the next to do the next five chapters here? And so I think what we're going to start with is I'm trying to find my script now. We're going to start with the music, right, and then
Mhm.
then we're on with Chris, the talented, multi-talented Chris. Okay. Or this guy, but okay. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay. I keep losing my place in the script. I've opened it like 10 times, and every time I look back, it's gone. I think the ghost of this center. I'm keep turning off the script. Okay. So
Gremlins.
whenever you're ready, Emery, I'll let you do the music, and Chris, you have the part, right? You have that part.
Oh yeah.
The last week on. Okay. Okay, and then we'll go
Here we
right
go.
into chat right into chapter 6. Okay. Welcome everybody to the liberation. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm the worst. The invention of okay, let's do it again. I'm gonna edit this.
Please don't. It's
I'm gonna
so
stop
funny.
laughing. Okay, I'll probably leave it in exactly like this. And welcome everybody to the invention of liberation. Okay.
Yeah, you did it.
Okay.
Previously on the Invention of Liberation. Ava, a tutu-wearing firecracker with rain boots and a giant heart of gold, found herself a best friend in Sandy, a gloomy character found in the shadowy corners of an orphanage. Surprise twist? Sandy was a doll. That is, until a mad science experiment turned into a living, breathing, sentient being. Cue the evil psychologist, a threat of Ava being institutionalized, and Jeff, the bearded inventor turned accidental dad, stepping in with a surprise adoption. Now our misfit trio lives on a farm, builds robots, dodges trauma, and chases healing through bacon, tea parties, and quantum physics. Up next, we find out what that mysterious clang under the barn is. Chapter 6: Uncertainty Principle. Reaching into his pocket with one arm, the other holding Sandy, Jeff pulls a small metal nail file from his red Swiss Army knife. He motions for her to step back. Obliging, Ava hops backward with Elon Sparks following like a shadow. Jeff bends down and touches the tip of the file to the dirt, turning it 60 degrees before standing up and taking a few steps back in anticipation. The hinged metal panel opens, slowly revealing silver steps washed in turquoise light, which lead to the bunker below. Running to the edge of the stairs, Ava's eyes shimmer with anticipation, her face bathed in the glow of the secret passage.
Whoa! What's down there?
That is my lab. Head on downstairs, Ava.
Sandy is gobsmacked, her mouth forming a perfect circle. And no, we did not get the rights to use any early 2000s alternative rock band names. This is purely a coincidence.
You ready, Sandy?
Jeff, I knew you liked science, but you're like a real scientist, with a secret lair and everything. You're not some evil genius who experiments on kids and dolls, are you? Oh, wait.
I don't know about evil genius, but I'm definitely a mad scientist and a crazy engineer. A half-finished prototype of my helmet worked to bring you into our frequency of consciousness, didn't it?
Ooh. What's that red button on the wall at the base of the stairs that Jeff pressed? With the door now closed, it's kinda claustrophobic in this stairwell. Oh, it opens a door. Claustrophobics rejoice.
Welcome to my lab, girls.
Bark, bark.
And dog. Ava, Sandy and I were talking, and I think we might try transferring Sandy into a robot body. I've been working on that technology for a while, and I think I have it pretty straightened out. But we need to test it with something else's consciousness first.
Uh-oh. Jeff is eyeing our favorite electronic canine. Ava has thrown herself in front of Elon Sparks with her arms flung outward.
No, Dad. My mom said that animal testing is wrong.
Setting Sandy on a metal stool next to his computer, Jeff squats down, his face now level with Ava's.
You're right. It is wrong. And I'm glad you know that. But this is a little different because Elon Sparks isn't really sentient. He's artificial intelligence, which means he is kind of like a program. And I have him backed up right here.
Talk about advancements in technology. An entire consciousness can now be contained within a small thumb drive, just like the one dangling from Jeff's keychain. What a time to be alive. I'm old enough to remember when computers took up an entire desk and made robotic shrieking noises every time you wanted to check your email. I've done it again, haven't I? Well, thanks for entertaining my trip down memory lane. Ava's eyes are locked on the thumb drive, her brain also exploding from how that is possible.
So, Elon Sparks can't get hurt? He's in that thing? If he's in that thing, why can't you just use that and leave Elon Sparks in his body?
I really like your thought process, Ava. We can't just use a thumb drive because we need to find out if the transfer process wipes out any memories. What's in my hand right now is the consciousness from several months ago, before he learned everything. Think of it like baby Elon Sparks is on this keychain, and baby Elon Sparks has no memories. This test is for Sandy's safety, But because Sandy has a lot of memories that are even older than you are, you don't want her to forget all of that, do you? Sandy, do you want your memories wiped out? See, Sandy shaking her head no.
Baby on Sparks was pretty funny. He fell over a lot when he was learning how to walk. As long as it won't hurt him.
It won't hurt him. He won't feel any pain, I promise. You can trust me on this. Elon Sparks means a lot to me too. He's the first project you and I worked on together, and he's one of my favorite projects because of that.
Like every good dad does, Jeff lessens the sting of Ava's logical defeat with a tight hug. Looks like our little bundle of solar energy is returning back to her normal self.
I trust you, Dad. I want to work on projects with you forever. And I really want Sandy to be happy. I don't really think she's happy in that body.
You're correct, Ava. I'm not. Thank you for thinking about my happiness. You're such a good soul. If I could cry, my cloth would be soaked with happy tears right now, but my buttons don't hold tears.
I have one condition, Dad. Sandy has to be able to cry happy tears.
Deal. Since that's settled, let's try it out, shall we? And here we go. Up on the table you go. Bark, bark. Okay. Okay, little guy. This won't hurt a bit, I promise.
After winking at Ava, Jeff affixes several patches to Elon Sparks' head, the long wires attached to them dangling in midair.
These are called diodes, Ava. They will send information through all of those multicolored wires from Elon Sparks' brain to the robot's brain.
Diode. Diode. Got it. But where's the robot?
There's a luminescent white button on the wall next to what looked like a steel elevator door. Oh, please tell me what that button does. I love buttons. Someone just...
Press that button.
Ava pressed the button. Oh, thank God. The steel door recedes into the surrounding wall. Jeff walks through the entryway, motioning for Sandy and Ava to follow. Hopping off the stool, Sandy lands flat on her face. Picking Sandy up from the floor, she follows Jeff into a cavernous space that seems to sprawl the length of a football field. Seriously, folks, I'm not exaggerating. I know I'm prone to being a bit unreliable at times, but this calculation is exact.
This is why I bought the farm. The previous owner had a phobia of tornadoes and built a huge underground barn for all his animals. I've added some space since I bought the place and made a lot of improvements, obviously. But isn't this cool? Same rules as always. Be careful and don't touch anything without asking.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure it was tornadoes he was preparing for. Ava remains slack-jawed, still attempting to take in the overwhelming magic of her current surroundings. There are aisles of shelves filled with various parts, bottles of glowing liquids, and sleek metal cases with biometric locks on them. To her left stands a large plexiglass box with a 7-foot-tall robot inside. Well, isn't that folksy? Whistling a tune to call over a robot that surely surpasses his passé glasses in age. Ha! So, Jeff, am I right? Hey, it works though. The robot listened. Like a good little robot. Ugh, that was a little on the nose, wasn't it? Hey, they can't all be winners.
Eureka Bot at your service. How may I help you, sir?
Please remove the prototype, Rosie, from its case in the storage and bring it to my workshop.
Action confirmed.
Zipping over to the case, it quickly dismantles it with the power tools protruding from the end of its arms. EurekaBot retracts the tools one by one, metallic robot hands emerging as it straightens its arms and carries Rosie into the workspace. That thing might look like something out of the 1900s, but who doesn't love a good power tool? Seriously, just try to hold a power drill in your hand and not do a little action. You can't. I rest my case.
Thank you, Eurobot. Place Rosie next to Elon Sparks, please. Ava, please supervise Eurobot.
On it!
After placing Rosie next to Elon Sparks, EurekaBot turns, driving through the doorway and back into storage. Ava stares at EurekaBot's black, rubber-coated rolling treads as it drove off.
I wish I had tracks instead of feet.
I wish I had your feet instead of cloth nubs. The grass is always greener on the other side, I suppose.
Grass makes me itchy. The other side should have that plastic grass. There are no bugs in that grass, and bugs are gross.
Safety glasses for each of you. And ready, girls?
Jeff is plugging the other end of the diodes into a small hole in the back of Rosie's head. Here we go.
Ready?
Here goes nothing.
Holy crap, that was a bright white light. Elon Sparks' glowing blue eyes just faded to black. Rosie's face is illuminating. Her mechanical jaw is slowly opening.
Bark, bark. For the personality of a golden retriever, press 1. For a boxer, press 2. For a chihuahua, press 3.
Dang.
It didn't work, did it, Dad?
Jeff kneels down, now eye level with Ava, and resting his elbow on one of his knees.
I'm afraid not, sweetie. Elon Sparks has returned to his original preset programming. I think we have to call this experiment a failure.
Does this mean that Sandy won't get a new body?
Poor Ava. Poor Sandy. Poor Dad, whose experiment just failed. Poor us! Why does this author hate everybody? Sorry for that outburst. Very unprofessional indeed. Sandy has hopped from her stool and is climbing onto Jeff's knee. Ava's increasingly red face is now sandwiched between Sandy's cloth mitts. A tear rolling from her eye quickly absorbs into Sandy's stuffed thumb, erasing any evidence of Ava's disappointment. It's okay, Ava. Don't cry. I'm okay in this body for now. Jeff will figure it out. It just might take a little longer. Don't be disappointed. I've been stuck in this doll body my entire life. A few more weeks or months isn't a big deal. If I can be patient, you can too, right? Pick me up for a hug, Ava. I think we both need one right now. Ava embraces Sandy, swinging her in a circle. Oh, good. Jeff is smiling. How could you not? Watching your two daughters giggle as they spin in tandem after such a huge letdown? Wholesome alert. Someone alert the media. The world needs to see more of this wholesomeness. That's right, girls. Dust yourself off. Get up and try again. I'm so proud of our little resilient family. Makes a narrator feel some kind of way.
I'm proud of you both for taking such a letdown in your stride. We'll do our best. That's really anyone can do every day.
Jeff powers up Elon Sparks, inserting the thumb drive into his right paw and pressing the second toe of his other paw. Elon Sparks' tail begins to wag.
Bark, bark. Boxer selected. Prepare for zoomies.
Attempting to run, his feet betray him. Toppling over, his paws gallop in midair.
Bark, bark. Pup failure code 5. Pup failure code 5.
Ava stops mid-spin, stumbling a few steps before Elon Sparks catches her attention. A quiet pause hangs in the air. May their laughter always fill the space where disappointment has once loomed.